Welcome back to Project 94 for another Diecast review here on the channel. And this is probably going to be the final video I filmed for today. I only did 3 videos in one day, just about. Here is Ross Chastain and his 2023 Moose Fraternity, beamoose.org, Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 for Trackhouse Racing. This is a really cool one, because we never got last year's Moose car in the clean version. We only got the Talladega one and then the wall ride car. So that's going to be hopefully, if I review that diecast, that'll be a fun review. But today we're looking at the new Moose paint scheme right here. It's been changed. It's been updated for the new season. As you guys can see here, it's the box. Very, very cool paint scheme. It's always a pretty nice design. At first, I wasn't the biggest fan of this. I still kind of like last year's more. But being objective, the paint scheme of it is really cool. Either way, the chrome number definitely makes up for it. I don't think last year's had chrome numbers. So to have them this year definitely is a step above last year's car. But here it is, out of the box. And now that I have the die cast of it, I do like this paint scheme a little more. What's funny, and Race Day 2011 brings this up as well. Like, when you first see a paint scheme, you're not really the biggest fan of it. But then when you have the die cast of it, it always takes for you to have the die cast for you to finally start appreciating the paint scheme. And this is definitely one of those. I mean, this is really starting to really grow on me, this new Moose design. And the chrome number on the side definitely helps it a lot. So, looking forward to this die cast review. So on the front of this car right here, you're going to have the number 1. Got Trackhouse Racing, the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 front end of this diecast. We're going to try to zoom in and enhance on this car. So here's the hood of it. You have Moose Fraternity with the hood vents messing up the M and S in the logo. You have a new little Moose icon for their logo, which is kind of cool. They didn't have that last year. You're going to have the window banner right there. Of course, going to have the gold Chevy logo with Chastain's name. Yeah, Sunoco, Goodyear, NASCAR Cup Series, the 75th anniversary logo for NASCAR. Yellow Goodyears on the fenders, but also yellow Goodyears on the wheels as well, with the gray rims. Of course, you got the chrome red number 1. You have the Moose Fraternity icon. Then you have Ross Chastain, Chevrolet, Advent Health, and Trackhouse. You have Jockey, Siemens, beamoose.org, which is just straight across because it's not big and slanted. They already have a design that's already taking up that space. You have Worldwide Express, Advent Health, and Kubota. On the back of this thing, you're going to have Chevrolet, Moose Fraternity, got Quaker State, number 1, and then ZL1 Camaro. On the deck lid, you have Moose right there, Chastain, and Moose Fraternity, and the number 1 on the roof. So now it's time for the paint scheme itself. On the roof, you're going to have a red outline, or not a red outline, a red number fill-in, a white outline, and a black shadow, and a white slash to match the Trackhouse theme. Really cool. I'm a big fan of the Trackhouse font. A lot because it literally looks like a stock car number 1. And of course, with the slash through it, it adds personality, the Trackhouse style to it. Of course, on the sides of it, you're going to have the black shadow, white outline with the white slash, and the chrome red number fill-in. So there it is. You can see it. It's really number 1 is naturally a super thin number, but you could still tell that it's on there. On the front of this car, you're going to have some gradient black and red stripes. Of course, they're going to be wrapping really nicely around the OEM details. It looks like the nose is glowing red on this car. It's like a red-nosed reindeer on a Moose car. It's kind of funny to think about it. Some of the Camaros do put the glowing nose on that car, and this is definitely one of them. On the front of this thing, on the corners, you're going to have these stripes right there. They are a bit evenly spaced, but they're really poking out. Like, it's sharp looking right there. Of course, you got the small triangle from black to orange to red, and then, of course, the thick stripe from black to orange to red. It's a gradient design to it. And then, of course, it's going to wrap nicely over the wheel well right there. And it's going to slash and swoop into the driver's seat right there. So the red stripe, I guess, wants to hop in with the driver. And then, of course, you're going to have the number. But behind it, you're going to have some gradient right there. Some sort of gradient. Both sides are the same. So that's why I'm flipping it around just to get better looks at it. It's almost like a green. kind of odd. It almost looks like a dark green. It's like a trash, like, you know, when you look in a trash can, you got that, like, green stuff in there, and then, or it's just like a green trash can or whatever. I know it's a kind of like an odd way to describe it. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a dark, maybe forest green? Garbage truck green? Almost, like, odd. Like, I don't know how to describe that right there. Obviously, it's a result of the gradient. It makes it probably like a burnt green color. Odd on a black and red design. And then, of course, you're going to have 4 stripes right there. So you got the gradients. Of course, you have the dark red, a bit lighter red. It just gets lighter and lighter with each stripe right there, and it's a skewed shape right there to create this really cool looking slash right there, which looks super nice. Then, of course, the red stripe's going to continue under and then onto the wheel well, the rear wheel well, and then it's going to sort of fade from the red to the black right there at the very corner where it has jockey. What I like about this side design, my favorite part of it is the stripes right here, because you can see the different shades of red all on one design, which is super cool. I like the way that looks. Of course, the biofuel logo right there. On the back, you're going to have a glowing back bumper, which perfectly takes the shape of the lower portion of the Chevy Camaro bumper. And that's pretty much it. Red spoiler right there on the back, which I really like the way the spoilers look colored in. It looks super cool, especially when it's the big spoiler on the diecast. Of course, you got the black roof rails right there on the top and the black splitter on this car. And now it's time for the 360 view of this car. So here's the front of this car. Here's the hood. Here's the right side, and just a beautiful looking paint scheme. It is more on the simple side. It's just mainly like stripes, swooshes, and slashes. But the gradient is what helps it stand out. I love gradient on these cars. It makes them look so much cooler than just standardized normal red stripes. So that shows you how far designs have come, especially like the stripe designs. They can look so much better now with the gradient and then the chrome numbers on it. It's a sweet car. I love it. Here, there was the back right there. Here's the deck lid. Here's the roof and the top profile. Here's the left side of this car. It's the same as the right side. And here is the under tray right there of this diecast. So that's going to be it for Ross Chastain and his 2023 Moose. BeAMoose.org, Moose Fraternity, #1, Chevrolet Camaro Z01 for Trackhouse Racing's #1. Very cool Ross Chastain car. If you didn't get last year's Talladega win or the wall ride car, or you're just looking for another Moose car, or a Moose car for your diecast collection in general, this is the one to get right here, folks. It's clean. You can use it in any diecast event you want. So really cool diecast. The colors look great, and it's another Moose Fraternity 164 to be made. So thank you all for checking out this diecast review. Comment, like, and subscribe for more videos on the Project 94 channel. And also, while you're liking and subscribing, please share these videos with your friends and family so we can have some more followers here on the Project 94 channel. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecasts.